Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully formation our home page, right? So now in this video I want to work for our about page, and for the about page or the rest of all that pages that our layout should be little bit different. Here I want to add some of the layout portion for the broadcom. So if you want to add it, like I show you in our component, so that is all that our component. Better I minimize all that folder. So I minimize it. So that is our client, courses, about me. Okay, perfect. So into the component area now I want to create another directory, and I just name it as a page. Okay, page top. So this type of one of the directory I simply created, and also into the directory area I want to create another new file and name it as a page and then top. Okay, page top.jsx. So I simply create it. I create one of the class based component with the RCE as a page top. Okay, so to the page top, that will be actually just like our this portion. Okay, that means this portion, this type of one of the portion I want to create for the our broadcom. Like means if you go to that about us page, that will be display only that about us. So this type of one of the things I want to add. So if you want to do that work, that is will be our about. That means that is actually our top banner, right? So to the top banner, if you go to the top banner, so that is our top banner. So now I want to copy everything. I copied this total fragment. I copy this total fragment, and now in our page top, so to the page top, I simply remove this div, and here I paste it. Okay friend, so also you have to load that fragment, the container, row, and the column, and also there is a button. So better in from our home page, not the home page right now, we don't need this. There is a top banner. So from to the top banner I copy total things. I copy it, and then in our page top here I simply paste it. Okay, I import that React with the component and the fragment, and import the call, container, row, button from to the React Bootstrap. I hope you already understand that part, friend. So now I want to do here, we don't need that h1 tag, we don't need any button. That will be actually our that is actually our broadcom position I want to allocate in here. So now I want to do and to name it as a about. Okay, about us. So this type of one of the name. And also we have to create load out this all that classes. Better I want to go to that our CSS, that is a custom CSS. So I have already created this part. You can see there is a top fixed banner, there is a banner overlay will be needed, the top content and the top title. Better I copy all the things from here. Okay, I copy it. I copy this 4. Okay, this 4 I copy it, and now after this I simply paste it. Okay, so first of all now I want to change that name here. First of all I name it as a top fixed page. I name it as a page, and then that will be as a top page overlay. I make it as a top page overlay, and then the top content I make it as a top content page. Okay, top content page, and then top subtitle. So now I want to name it as a top page title. Okay, top page title. Perfect. So first of all I want to update our this CSS. That means this class I copied in our custom. First of all that will be as a top fixed page, then that will be as a top page overlay. So I want to update it. Everything will be same. I first of all want to simply change that name. That is a top page content, and also there is a top content page. I copy it, so that will be as a top content page. And also there is another one as a top page title. I copied, so that will be as a top page title. Perfect. Okay friend, so now first of all I want to set one of the background. So I want to set some of the background. If you go to your exercise file, I have already downloaded one of the image. If you go to that images, you can see there is some of the images. Now there is a page.png. This picture I want to use into the background for the every rest of this page. I copy it, and now I want to do, first of all I want to take it in our project. So that is in our src asset images. So into the project area I simply load it. So that is a page.png, right? So now I want to first of all load it. That means that is our images. Into the images folder, our file that is a file name as a page.png. Okay, so now I simply load it. And mini height I want to make this height as a 250. Okay, I make it as a 250, and also for the overall layout I want to make it as a 250. So I simply load it, and rest of this, that is our margin top, I want to use that margin top as a 10. And first of all, I want to check it. Okay, I want to check it, like if you want to now load this page, that is our page stop, right? So I want to first of all check it in our app, into the app here. Right now we don't need this. I want to load our this page. For check this out, like as a page, that is our page, and then top, right? So there is a page top from to the component, the page top, and the page top. Perfect. And you can see it's now imported our page top in here. So now I want to first of all check it. Okay, so now I just click as a save all, and now if you go, that is our home directory, click as a refresh. Perfect. You can see that is now visible as a about us, right? And also if you want to load your navigation, you can also load it. That means before this I want to load our this navigation, that is a top navigation. So I want to load the top, and then navigation. You can see there is a top navigation. So now I click as a enter. It's now imported from our components, top navigation and the top navigation. So here I want to actually first check it, click as a save all, and now our this top navigation also should be visible. Yes, you can see it's perfectly now loaded, right? There is our all that menu, there is a logo, everything is loaded. So now here I want to do, now first of all I want to add some of the background. So that means I want to change that background color. That is our custom. So that is our overlay color. I want to change it. I make it some of the bluish color. Okay, then that will be better because into the theme I'm actually trying to use this type of the blue color. Okay, so I select it. I select this type of one of the RVA color. Now click as a save all, and now go there, click as a refresh. It's much better, right? It's much better. So this part should be into the center position. So and also I want to change that color. So that is our 10 EM. So better I want to make it as 8. Okay, 8. And also there's a page color. That is our page. That is a top page title color. I want to make it as a yellow. I want to use this yellow. Okay, so now that should be updated. Now click as a save all, and now go. Now click as a refresh. Perfect. So that is our about us. So now I want to make this as a 30 or 40. Okay, there is a 40 pixel for the font size. Click as a save all. Now refresh it. Yeah, that is our 40 pixel. Perfect. So friend, for our every pages, like as a home, about page, the services page, always our these text should be updated, right? So I want to pass some of the data from our one component to the another component. And as I told you before, if you want to pass some of the data one component to the another component, then what exactly you have to do? You have to call it by the props, right? So now here I'm actually using some of the static data. If you go to that our page top, into the page top, you can see that is our static data. So always this content will be loaded for the rest of all the pages as a page top, but only this part will be dynamic. Okay, so now I want to do, if you go to our app.js, into the app.js, that is our top, that is a page top, right? So here I want to pass one of the variable as a, I name it as a page. Okay, page title, and from to the page title I want to pass some of the string value as a about us. Okay, or about me. So from here I want to pass this text. So that is actually one of the component, right? So that is one of the component I have created as a page top. I want to pass this page top to our another component. So that is our page top component. Here I want to load it. So if you want to pass one component data to another component, we have to pass it with the props, right? So now I want to use it. So from here I pass that name as a page title. I copy it. So now in our page top here I want to make it dynamic. So that will be, if you want to use it, so that will be first of all these, and then the props. That is a props, and with these props I simply pass that variable name as a page title. Okay, so now I simply update it. So now that should be updated. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you go, now click as a, before that was as a about us, now click as a refresh. Yes, you can see it's now perfectly passed this value as a about me. I have already discussed about that things with you, friend. I hope you already understand that part, how to pass some of the data with using the props. So that will be our top page, and I want to use this top page for rest of all the our pages. Okay, so here I simply created one of the another component, as a page stop. So in our next video, I want to create our this about page, and into this about page, first of all, our menu will be just like that. That means first of all, that will be the navigation bar, then that will be our page stop, and then our rest of everything will be loaded. So how we can load this about us page in our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.